At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
Going up.
Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices and give you a 5-year price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Even indoors, wildfire smoke can seep in, bringing harmful, invisible particles with it. But Puro air purifiers are built for moments like this. With a 3-layer filtration system, including HEPA and activated carbon, Puro air helps remove smoke, odor, and toxins from your air. It adjusts automatically as smoke levels rise and stays whisper quiet while it works. Breathe safer, cleaner air, even in the heart of fire season. Protect your home and your loved ones. Visit getpuroair.com to learn more. That's getpuroair.com.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens. Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics. Happy Friday. Happy Good Friday, Steve
That's
Migs.
right.
It sure is.
It sure is.
It was actually kind of a bad Friday, though. I realized when I was coming through Everett that I had forgotten my laptop at home. But I'm fine. I used a work computer instead. But you know when you get to that point in your commute where it's too late to turn, you can't turn around.
You know what's funny is I had to turn around this morning, but thankfully I hadn't even left my development.
Oh.
So I'm pulling out and I'm like, as I'm driving, I'm realizing, oh crap, today's recycling day. Because recycling is every other week. And because we were on vacation, we didn't have, usually our recycling is overflowing. And
Sure.
I know it's time to bring it out there for recycling day. But because we were gone for a week of that 2-week spurt, I was like, oh, our recycling is barely full. I don't have to worry about it. Well, as I'm driving, I'm seeing everybody's recycling things are out there. I'm like, let me turn around and do it. But thankfully, I hadn't left my development.
Well, that is wonderful for you.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you. Let's inform the Rockaholics together.
You sound very angry.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Today, it's National Velociraptor Awareness Day. That was a great impression. Yeah, like the T-Rex arms going and everything. Well, if you want to celebrate it, also in addition to it being Easter weekend, it's also still the spring fair over at the Puyallup Fairgrounds.
Do they have a dinosaur thing?
They have an adventure, 65 million years in the making. Step into a world where dinosaurs roamed, meteors struck, and mammals began their rise. It's called Expedition Dinosaur, Rise of the Mammals. We did it last weekend, and I have to say, it's $8 a ticket, and you get your money's worth.
That's fantastic. I bet Barrett would love this.
It's nothing crazy. It's nothing special. But for $8 a person, I was kind of impressed. I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. And it's got like a lot of animatronic dinosaurs and a couple you could dig for fossils.
Ooh.
And then, of course, like any good exhibit, they have a souvenir store right at the end of it.
Did you buy anything?
Yes, of course we did.
You are such a sucker. You are probably the worst.
I am. And Tatum knows it.
Oh, yeah.
As we're leaving. And even the guys apologized, we have to have this set up. He's like, I was like, yeah, you do.
What'd you buy her?
I think some sparkly purple dinosaur that was $20.
More expensive than the ticket in, of course.
Hey, man, how about them Seattle Mariners? I thought they were going to blow the game. Gave up 4 runs in the 8th. and then they were losing, and then they were able to tie it up in the ninth, go into extra innings, and then win the game. Thank you, Randy Arozarena, hitting a game-tying homer in the ninth, and then a 2-run double in the 10th as they beat the Cincinnati Reds 11-7. Now they're off to Toronto. And a lot of people are talking about Cal Raleigh and how his bat has been alive this past week. He's hitting home runs on top of home runs and a couple home runs a couple of days ago. Just batting real well. Figured out what's going on with Big Dumper. He's using one of those torpedo bats.
I knew it.
He's only using it for one side of the bat plate. I guess the other side he feels more comfortable, doesn't need it. But how awesome is that?
It's not crazy if it's working.
That's damn straight. So torpedo bat for the win.
Also from the world of Seattle sports, our fair city honored Supersonics legend Donald Slick Watts with a very beautiful memorial service. Not just for him as a basketball icon, but the fact that he was a wonderful father. He was super important as a community leader.
Yeah, he's stuck around. He's been always at different events, charity events, and just a bunch of stuff. And I always loved how he was so ingrained with the community.
And the NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, he was recently confirming that Seattle and Las Vegas are now top contenders for league expansion. And he was on the Pat McAfee show talking about it.
We're looking hard at it. Look, there's no doubt there's been interest in Las Vegas. Seattle, I've been very public about it, that it was a market that was fantastic for the league, that we left at the time for understandable reasons. But there's no doubt that there continues to be enormous passion in that market for the NBA. We're looking at those markets and others as we get into this.
I can't hear him. It's just like that girl that keeps saying, oh, yeah, we could go on a date sometime. We could go on a date sometime. And you never go on a date.
Let's just do the date.
Right. It's like, just bring Seattle back already.
Teasing us.
I'm sick of hearing about this. Hey, as far as weather, hitting a high of 69 degrees.
Nice.
It's going to be a nice day today. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and that's what's up.
The Daily Migs Show.
Dogma is coming back to movie theaters on June 5th, and Kevin Smith is going to be at Alderwood 16 next week to celebrate this. He is also going to be doing a question and answer afterwards, so we got to catch up with Kevin Smith. He's going to join us to chat Dogma at 6:20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience. Or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 14th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Want to travel like a savvy jet setter? No, that doesn't mean monogramming your passport. It means making smart decisions every step of your trip, which means knowing your options. Smart Travel unpacks the facts, like which booking sites actually save money, how to fly first class using points, and if that fancy travel card is a smart investment. All so you can save more on your next adventure. Follow Smart Travel from NerdWallet today and start traveling like a pro.
Steve makes one of the movies near and dear to my heart from my childhood. Dogma is coming back to theaters on June 5th for the 25th anniversary. Wow. Where does the time go?
25 years.
Kevin Smith is actually going to be at the Alderwood 16 next week on April 23rd for an exclusive screening, and we have Kevin on with us right now. Kevin!
Hey, kids.
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
I can't wait to come back to town, man. Get to do something that I did, 25, 26 years ago, man. Take Dogma out into the world. It's crazy. When they presented me with a new Dogma poster and a new Dogma trailer, it's something you're not guaranteed to ever experience when you make a movie. Years later, somebody's like, and here's the new version of the trailer and the new version of the poster. So it's been spellbinding, man. And I can't wait to come show it in Seattle. I think both shows are almost sold out. First one's definitely sold out. And the second one, I think, had 15, 20 tickets left in it.
Dude, Kevin, the part that just blew my, I was thinking about it, and then I forgot about the fact that a lot of people were very upset with you, and there were people protesting back in those days. Do you ever look back on that time of when when you put this movie out and how there were like a lot of religious people that were just like losing their collective S about it?
It really does boggle the mind that we got 400,000 pieces of hate mail and 3 legitimate death threats over a movie with a rubber poop monster in it. That was 1999, kids.
Kev, you have to share the story, if you don't mind, of the time that you showed up actually to one of the protests.
I did, yeah. We found out in the news, our local paper, the Asbury Park Press, was saying that there was going to be a big protest outside our local theater, the Eatontown Sony Multiplex. And at the time, I lived in Oceanport, which is like literally 5 minutes down the road. In the article, they said 5,000 people were coming out. And if 5,000 people come out in my town, that's everybody, including my parents. So I was like, my friend Brian Johnson from Comic Book Men, and my wife Jen, or was she my wife at that point? Yeah, we had just gotten married. So we make signs, like protest signs. One said, "To hell with dogma." The other said, "Dogma is dog S." And we put glue on the posters and sparklies, man, like really made them presentable. And then we went to the theater to protest, and we pulled up. There was not 5,000 people. It was about 15 people. They were all on the older side, and they were standing around. They had a big crucifix with Jesus on it, and they were praying the rosary and stuff. So we figured we'd already made the trip. We might as well join the protest. And so we joined them. I knew the rosary because I was Catholic. Brian didn't. He was just mumbling words as he stood there. And then the local news showed up. The news van pulled up, and a guy gets out with a camera. And then there's the lady, I guess, who's going to be doing the interviewing. And she got a clipboard in her hand, and she looks at our protest. You can tell she's disappointed that it's not more people the same way I was. And so she looking up and down the line, trying to see who she could interview, who's the most likely subject. And then she locks eyes with me, and then she looks away, and then she locks eyes with me again, and then she looks down at her clipboard. And then I'm like, oh, I think the gig is up. And so she comes rocketing over to me, and she goes, "Are you him?" And I was like pointing to the Jesus statue. I said, "No, that's him." And she goes, you're that guy." And I was like, no, I'm not that guy at all. And she goes, "Well, can I interview you for the news about this movie?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And so, she brought the camera guy over, and he's looking at me like, "Wait a second, isn't this the guy?" And so they turned on the camera light, and they interviewed me right there at the protest. I pretended not to be who I was, and they were like, "So what are you doing here?" I was like, "Oh, I'm here because I don't like the idea of this movie." And she's like, "Did you see it?" And I said, "No, but I haven't heard good things." And she, at one point at the end of it, she was like, "Well, what's your name?" And I said, "Brian Johnson." She was standing right next to me. And that night, my mom called me, and she was like, "Oh, my God, Tiger, there was a boy on the news who looks just like you but has Brian's name."
Oh, my gosh. You know what the crazy thing, with the beauty of the internet? I go on YouTube, and if you don't mind, I could play it. I found the news clip of you on the actual show.
Yeah, you could actually hear the clip.
Here, check it out.
Organizers in Eatontown had hoped for hundreds to join them in the protest against the movie Dogma. Instead, they got less than 24. But they were joined by this man. He wouldn't admit it, but he looked and sounded suspiciously like Dogma's writer, director, co-star, and New Jersey resident, Kevin Smith.
I don't think it stands for anything positive.
What does it stand for?
I don't know, but I've been told not good.
Isn't that amazing?
That is the best. If you're just joining us, we're chatting with Kevin Smith. And, for me personally, Kevin, this movie was so important to me in my childhood, and I feel like it has aged so well. Do you have that same feeling as you're going back out and just kind of resurrecting the movie?
I mean, I know people feel warmly about it. Of all the stuff I've done, this is the one where people will talk to you the longest about it, what it meant to them, how it was funny because they were Catholic for this long or they went to Catholic school. That movie outed a bunch of people in the world for me who are Catholic. Like suddenly every Catholic who's ever seen that movie has something to say to me. And it's not angry. It's generally like, "Oh my God, that movie, man, that reminded me of going to Catholic school." So there's a lot of warm feelings about the movie. I oddly enough, I look forward to taking it out on the road because I'm going to 20 cities across America before it comes out on June 5th. So I'm going to get to watch it twice a night with the audience. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Don't get me wrong, the money's nice. You know? I hope it's aged well. It would have been smart of me to watch the movie before I agreed to all this. But.
No, just do it all guns a-blazing.
And you're going to be at Alderwood 16 next week on April 23rd for an exclusive screening. There's a question and answer that happens as well. Hey, Kevin, if you don't mind, we have to play a quick song, but we'll come back and we'll have more on Dogma and everything you've got going on right now.
Come to the show, man, and come say hi.
It'd be awesome.
The Daily Migs Show.
Kevin Smith, the 25th anniversary of Dogma. He's going to be in town next week. Go to dogmamovie.com and we will have more with Kevin Smith after Foo Fighters. We are back with Kevin Smith. He's going to be at the Alderwood 16 on April 23rd next week.
Yes.
Celebrating the 25th anniversary of Dogma, The Resurrection.
Kevin, then I know as someone who grew up went to a Catholic church, went to Catholic high school, I always felt like Dogma wasn't really taking shots at people who were religious. It was taking shots at, it was pointing out the absurdity of the churches and the establishments. I never really, even someone who grew up in a Christian household, never really got the vibe that I should be offended.
Yeah, that was not the aim. Like, that movie is made by somebody who believes in all the tenets of the faith. When I wrote it, I was Catholic. So it was never designed to be a movie that made fun of people with faith. Even to this day, I don't make fun of people with faith, even though I don't have mine anymore. I'm also somewhat jealous of people that have been able to hold on to their faith. So, it was a flick that could only be written by a kid who was an altar boy for 12 years, who would giggle every time the priest would say, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord."
LOL.
Did you get the ring? Did you get to ring the bells when you were the altar boy? That was status.
Oh, you are deep cut. You know the bells. That was one of my favorite parts, right? Because when I was a kid sitting in the audience, I didn't know who was doing the bells, and I was like, "That's the magic of Jesus."
Yeah.
And then when you become part of the show, they tell you, like, you ring the bells when you listen to thing. You're like, "Oh, I see behind this curtain." So then you become part of the charade and whatnot. That's why I first fell in love with movies and theater, right? Because that's all it is when you're up there on the altar and stuff. You're going through. It's a very theatrical performance. We're wearing costumes, flowing robes. I was either going to be a priest or a filmmaker.
I think you made the right decision.
I don't know. You ask the critics; they'll tell you.
Hey, Kevin, while we have you, I know recently we were doing a conversation about movies, like especially movies from the 90s. Like you would hear a certain song and it would instantly bring you back to that movie. And one of the songs that got brought up was Alice in Chains' "Got Me Wrong" because of Clerks. Was there ever a song that you absolutely wanted to have be a part of your movies, or even the Alice in Chains song? Was there a connection you had with the Seattle music scene? Like, I would just love to kind of get your input about how important music is to your movies.
Music, when I started my career, music was an afterthought because I was so green. I barely knew how to make a film, and some critics will tell you I still don't. But I definitely didn't know how to speak the language of cinema using music. That would come later on. So when we made Clerks, I think there were like 2 songs in it. And then Columbia Sony Records, they were like, "Oh, we want to do a soundtrack for this movie." To say the soundtrack cost more than the movie itself is an understatement. Just one of those songs, the licensing of one of those songs cost more than the $27,575 that it cost us to make the movie.
Wow.
But that Alice in Chains song, it's so weird you mentioned it because that's the second time it's come up this week. My kid the other day was talking about like something. You should reference grunge and she referenced Alice in Chains. And I was like, "There's an Alice in Chains song in Clerks." And she's like, "No, there isn't." And I was like, "No, there is." And she's going, "That's impossible." I pulled up the IMDb and I was like, "Clerks soundtrack." There you go. She's like, "What? You're just telling me now?" She's like a huge grunge kid. And I was like, "Well, that's because you never watched my movies, man." And then I started listing all the cool music we've ever had. She is responsible, my daughter, for me having, I think, one of the best needle drops I ever got to use in a flick. At the beginning of Clerks 3, we use My Chemical Romance's "Welcome to the Black Parade." And it's that is a filmmaker who can speak the language of cinema using music because he's that deep into his career. And it's almost like me on one level saying, "Hey, remember how I didn't know what to do with music when I first entered? Now I know what to do with it." Like that opening of that movie cut to Welcome to the Black Parade is one of my favorite music videos ever made.
That is awesome.
We're chatting with Kevin Smith right now, celebrating 25 years of Dogma.
And Kev, I know we got to let you run. And a couple of days ago, I thought of you right because I knew we were going to chat with you about Dogma and just about the, obviously Dogma has so much religious storytelling in it. And I thought of you because I had a ridiculous moment with my child where she came back from Adventurers Club, which is like it's like a Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts thing, but it's based in the church. It's a part of a Christian church. And so she comes home and my wife's like, Tatum's very embarrassed, and she's 5. And I'm like, why? And like, well, they asked if any of the kids had a joke. And so Tatum, in just her creative mind, thought, hey, I should tell a joke that's Easter-based because Easter's this weekend. So in front of this entire room of parents, religious people, and other kids, my 5-year-old daughter goes, why did Jesus die on the cross? This is her joke. And everyone's like, oh, well, why? And she goes, well, nobody liked him. I am in tears. I think this is the most brilliant joke ever. I'm like, you're kind of right. That's why they did kill him.
Out of the mouths of babes, man, comes the simple truth.
Right. I was like,
somebody who's heard that story and they're like, well, that's one way to look at it. Here's the way I see it.
As a dad who has told many bad jokes, I'm like, she is definitely my kid.
Tell that kid she's got a future in the movie business, man. That's good material right there.
Kevin Smith, thank you so much for chatting with us today. If people want to follow you on Instagram, your handle is @ThatKevinSmith. Dogma coming to theaters on June 5th, but next week you're going to be at Alderwood 16 on April 23rd for an exclusive screening, and we are so excited about it.
It means the world to me, kids. Thank you so much. I can't wait to revisit Seattle. It's going to be a good time, man. Back in the day, I used to eat a lot of dicks, and I don't mean that dirty, of course. As a vegan now, unfortunately, I don't get to partake that much. But there's a lot of good vegan restaurants there, so you better be sure I'll be hitting at least one of them while I'm in town.
Dude, I'm a fellow plant-based weirdo. There's a lot of great vegan places here.
Oh, it's one of my favorite towns to visit just for that reason, man. I got that Happy Cow app that tells you where the nearest vegan joints are. And when you go to Seattle, it's like, like so many options.
I just went to a place called Babar, and they have normal, like the stuff for the meat eaters, but they have a full-on green menu, and it was mind-blowing how good it was.
Oh, man. They know how to do it there in Seattle.
Awesome, brother. Well, thank you so much for taking some time out, and we're so glad you're coming back to Seattle.
Such a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, kids. Have a great one.
The Daly Migs Show.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscox.
We turned it around.
Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Spring's here. Flowers are blooming, birds are singing, and allergies? Yeah, they're back too. Sneezing, watery eyes. When they hit, you need a tissue fast. That's where Kleenex Ultra Soft Tissues come in. Whether you're at home or on the go, Kleenex Ultra Soft Tissues have you covered. Allergist-approved Kleenex Ultra Soft Tissues are gentle on your eyes and nose, so you can power through allergy season without missing a beat. Because while allergies are unpredictable, staying prepared is easy. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices and give you a 5-year price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available if at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Allergy season doesn't stop at your front door. Pollen, pet dander, and dust live in your air, even inside. That's why there's Puro Air. Its 3-layer filter traps allergens as small as 0.1 microns. HEPA and activated carbon work together to fight particles and odors. Puro Air adjusts automatically to changing air quality 24/7. Clinically proven to help reduce allergy symptoms, it's a real solution, not just a cover-up. Visit getpuroair.com to get ahead of allergy season. That's getpuroair.com.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am, because we made it. It's Friday, baby.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday. I'm jumping. Danny's on vacation, so I'll jump. Also, I'm really freaking happy it's Friday.
Honestly, the week you get back from vacation is always a tough week.
It's like the longest week of my lifetime.
We did pretty good.
Yeah.
Speaking of pretty good, let's get to our contestant, who is Zach from Tacoma. Zach, are you there?
I'm here.
Steve, it's time for you to get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those playing along at home, Zach has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah, Daddy, let's go.
Yeah. What is the Friday before Easter called?
Good Friday.
That's right. Sting was the lead singer of what band?
Pass. I'll come back.
What was the name of the child who found E.T.?
Elliot.
That's right. The only U.S. state with a 1-syllable name is what?
The 1-syllable name. Pass.
Which NFL team plays at AT&T Stadium?
AT&T. Is that the Ravens?
No.
Steelers?
No.
Chargers?
No. How many transatlantic trips did the Titanic make before sinking?
1.
No.
2?
No.
3.
No. What is Kelso's first name in that 70s show?
Oh, gosh. Jack?
No.
Jason?
No.
Mike?
I'll take it, yes. In what 2000s year did the first Apple stores open?
2001, 2002.
Yes, 2001. And with that, you got 4 correct, Zach.
Oof.
You know what? It wasn't terrible. There's some toughies in there. It's Friday. People are, have the weekend on the brain. And here comes Mr. Migs. He's got the game face on, but is he ready? Yeah, Daddy, let's go. Steve.
Yes.
What is the Friday before Easter called?
Good Friday.
Correct. Sting was the lead singer of what band?
The Police.
That is right. What is the name of the child who found E.T.?
Elliot.
Yes. What is the only U.S. state with a one-syllable name?
Hampshire.
No.
Maine.
Yes. Which NFL team plays at AT&T Stadium?
Been there. Dallas Cowboys.
That is right.
I was there for WrestleMania, not for a Cowboys game.
Of course.
Yeah.
How many transatlantic trips did the Titanic make before sinking?
1?
No.
Crap. 6?
No.
9?
No. What is Kelso's first name in that 70s show?
Michael.
Yes. In what 2000s year did the first Apple stores open?
2002.
No.
2003?
No.
2005.
No. What video game console replaced the Nintendo GameCube in 2006?
Oh, the Wii?
Yes. Manny, Mo, and Jack are the trio more commonly known as what?
The Three Stooges?
No.
The Three Musketeers?
No.
The Three Amigos?
No. But Steve, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct.
Uh-huh.
And that is a win. 7-4. Sorry, Zach.
No worries. Good work, Steve. Happy Friday, guys.
Thank you, my friend. Have a great weekend.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
The Titanic question was a little bit of a trick question.
Was it 0?
It was 0.
I was even going to guess 0 because I'm like, I bet this is a trick question.
The first Apple stores opened in 2001, and Zach got that one correct.
2001.
Manny, Mo, and Jack are the Pet Boys.
The what boys?
The Pet Boys of like Pet Boys auto stores.
I thought that's the Pet Shop Boys is a whole other thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
Okay, gotcha.
But congratulations on your victory,
Let's
Steve.
go. Good way to start Fridays.
I think that Zach, though, should try again and maybe go to the Rock Shop. And what can you find there, Steve?
The brand new I Beat Migs t-shirt available at KISW.com.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
We have a new feature on the Odyssey app where you can leave us a voice message. And every day, it is a gift from the Rockaholics. We get some very interesting messages on there, Steve.
Yeah, we've got one that involves Easter. And then another person's left a message about our interview with Kevin Smith.
Oh, excited to slide into our VMs after Metallica.
Something got you bent, and now you need to vent, or you did something bad and you need to repent? Well, slide into our VMs. Yeah, baby, it's time to slide into our VMs. On the Daily Mix Show.
Go ahead and do it. Leave us a VM.
Make it
Slide
happen.
into our voice messages. You can do it by heading over to the Odyssey app, download it, and get it ripping, Rockaholics.
We got a good question about Easter, and well, if we don't play it today, we're not going to be able to get to it next week because Easter's this weekend.
I can't believe that.
It just kind of, the funny part, I'm like, just kind of crept up on us, but it's like later in the month.
It is.
Yeah. All right, well, before we get to that one, somebody did have a comment about our Kevin Smith interview because we talked to Kevin Smith earlier this morning. Dogma, the 25th anniversary. It's going to be in theaters. He's going to be at the Alderwood 16 next week. Just go to dogmathemovie.com for information about that.
Taryn Migs, I'm loving this Kevin Smith interview, but I think my favorite part is when he was talking about his mom, and she had a nickname for him, and it's Tiger. My mom called me Panda. Did your parents have a dumb nickname for you, or do you have a dumb nickname for Barrett or Tatum? I want to know.
Panda, 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 panda.
So this was the part of the interview, and I thought that it's funny he mentioned it because he just like, I love Kevin Smith. He's just so casual, but I feel like when you talk to him, you're almost like hearing how he writes his movies.
100%.
Oh, this is the part where his mom referred to him as Tiger. Let's play it.
And that night, my mom called me, and she was like, "Oh my God, Tiger, there was a boy on the news."
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Do you have a nickname for Barrett?
Of course.
What is it?
Booba.
Booba?
Booba, and sometimes the extended is Booba Panuba.
Don't ever say it that way.
Booba
Panuba.
Panuba.
Is there any backstory?
I don't remember how it started, and then it just got out of control. And I feel like at some point he's going to be like, "Mother, please stop calling me Booba in front of my friends."
Well, when he gets older, I'm going to start calling him Booba.
I love that.
We call Tatum Toots.
Toots?
Not because she farts a lot, but she does. But we used to call her Tater Tot, and then somehow Tot became Toots, Tater Tot Toots, and now it's just Toots.
I
Toots
love that.
Yeah, that's her nickname. All right, here's another voice message. This one is Easter-based through our Odyssey app.
Hey guys, with Easter coming up this weekend, I was just wondering, what is your Easter candy of choice?
Ooh, I tell you, it's not Peeps.
Oh, no. I mean, I always try it like once a year just to like confirm that I still don't like Peeps.
What is it for you?
I'm so gross. I like the Cadbury cream egg that has the stuff inside. I like to tongue that out.
All right, up until that point, I was going to say, I agree, man. They are freaking awesome. The caramel's so great.
Good.
I'm not tonguing that thing out like you, but you know, now that we're plant-based Fritos, I don't get it anymore. And I know they have versions of it. It's not as good, but the one I always freaking loved is just the basic milk chocolate Easter bunny that's hollowed out. I always loved eating that.
Does it have like eggs or something?
What do you mean?
Is that why you can't eat it?
It's milk chocolate. It's got milk in it, booba.
Wait, does it only come that way? Can they just make it regular? Does all chocolate have milk in it?
No, dark chocolate, some dark chocolate doesn't, but milk chocolate always has milk in it.
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm sure there's some plant-based version of it. I doubt it's nearly as good, though, there, booba.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
All week long, we've been talking about that random Twilight-themed bridal shower invitation I found in my Leavenworth Airbnb.
From strangers.
Yes, from complete strangers. We ended up tracking the couple down. Their names are Taylor and Louie. Turns out they're big rock fans. So we do have a wedding gift we want to give to them, and we're going to chat with them at 7:20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience. Or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 14th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Want to travel like a savvy jet setter? No, that doesn't mean monogramming your passport. It means making smart decisions every step of your trip, which means knowing your options. Smart Travel unpacks the facts, like which booking sites actually save money, how to fly first class using points, and if that fancy travel card is a smart investment. All so you can save more on your next adventure. Follow Smart Travel from NerdWallet today and start traveling like a pro.
All this week, we have been chatting about this super random invitation that I found while my family was vacationing in Leavenworth for spring break.
It was an invite to a bridal shower and you didn't know the people.
I did not know the people. It appeared to have maybe some Twilight undertones.
Yes.
And we ended up getting a hold of the mother of the bride. Her name's Lori.
Because you RSVP'd,
I
which I think is hilarious.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We chatted with Lori yesterday, and now we have the bride-to-be, Taylor, on with us. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning.
Do you have your fiance Louie with you as well?
I do.
I am here.
Hey, what's up, Louie? Well, hey, congratulations.
What's going on, guys?
I would imagine that this is probably one of the odder things that have happened. And I mean, there's a lot of odd things that happen when planning a wedding. I know when I went through it, it was like there's many curveballs, many radio shows calling to bug you about an upcoming bridal shower.
Oh, we were incredibly surprised. Her mom called us yesterday and was like, hey, are you with, or she called Taylor, and she's like, hey, are you with Louie? And she was like, no. She's like, okay, well, then call me back when you two are together. I got to talk to you about something. And we were like, oh, no, what did we do?
Well, you're not in any trouble with your mom. She was very excited to tell us all about you guys, and we're stoked to be able to talk with you this morning.
And Lori, the mom, your future mother-in-law, seems to like you, so that's always a good thing.
Oh, that is a good thing, yep.
Yeah. So are you both big fans of the movie Twilight, or is it Taylor and Louie, you're just there for the ride?
I think he's a closet fan.
So which team are you on? Are you guys Team Jacob?
Let's
or
not do that. Come
what is
on.
it, Team Edward?
Well, I think I'm Team Edward, Louie.
I don't think I want to choose one. I don't really know.
You can't even choose. You like him too much.
So while we were like trying to figure out, okay, we're going to RSVP with you guys and have some fun, and we chatted with the mom, and I'm like, we need to come up with a wedding gift for you two. And we have come up with a wedding gift for you both.
Oh, well, thank you guys. You guys didn't have to do that.
But in order to get the wedding gift, we're going to put you through a test, if that's okay. And we've come up with some questions about the movie Twilight. Now, full disclosure, myself and Taryn, we have never seen the film, so we had to utilize the help of our research team, which is ChatGPT, to come up with some questions. And we want to see
you
how.
Haven't seen it.
No, I've never seen. How many are there?
Y'all live. Aren't you guys on the west side?
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. I'm not going to watch that. That movie looks awful. I'm sorry.
I will watch it. I promise I will watch it.
All right, so I'll ask you guys some questions. I figure if you guys can get 3 of these right, we will unveil our wedding gift to you.
Oh, geez.
First question. What did Robert Pattinson do to get in character as Edward Cullen? Did he, A, spend time alone in the Oregon woods, or B, wear vampire fangs to Starbucks?
The music and
A?
You are correct. He actually did isolate himself in the woods in Oregon to get in the right mindset, which is bonkers.
I love it.
Taylor's such a fan. She's going to sit here and pretend like she hardly knows the answers. And she's like, these are the rookie questions. Where's the hard stuff?
All right, let's go a little hard. How about this one? What did Robert Pattinson say about the first Twilight film once it was released? Did he say, A, this is the worst movie that I've ever been in, or B, it's like watching a really weird indie film?
Oh, God.
I honestly want to say I heard something.
He doesn't like them. He doesn't like them, but I feel like he could have said, I guess A. You're wrong, though.
You are wrong. He didn't say it was the worst movie. I did, and I haven't seen it, but... All right, next question. What's the first thing that Edward said to Bella in biology class? Did he say, A, damn girl, nice butt. If I was a vampire, I'd take a bite out of that ass. Or B, I didn't get a chance to introduce myself last week.
B.
Okay, I was just saying, if you didn't get that, you don't deserve the wedding gift.
You should have been the writer, though. That would have been quality.
I actually would watch it. You know, there's probably a parody of an adult variety where he does say that.
You're saying probably like you don't know, right?
All right, fine. I watched it last night to prep for this conversation. All right, next question. What does Edward compare Bella's scent to? Is it heroin or his farts?
Hey, heroin.
You are correct. What is Edward literally doing the first time Bella spots him in the school cafeteria? Is he brooding out of a window or twirling a piece of celery?
Ooh. I don't think he had any celery with him. I think he's brooding out of a window.
Oh, he actually was spinning a piece of celery.
Really?
I'm starting to question whether or not you guys are fans of the movie.
I know, that's fair.
I was going to say celery, but also say something like that, whatever.
All right, so we've just been goofing around, but we do have a surprise for you guys as a wedding gift, because we heard that you're both big rock music fans, right?
We are, yeah.
Who would you say is one of your favorite artists?
Taylor loves Daughtry.
Louis currently has a Green Day sweatshirt on.
Nice.
Okay, so you said you're a big fan of Daughtry. Well, we have somebody that wants to wish you well on your upcoming wedding. If you guys want to just pay attention for a second, here, we're going to play it for you.
Hey, Taylor and Louis, Chris Daughtry here. Hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for being fans, and congratulations on your upcoming wedding. Here's to a lifetime of health and happiness, and we'll see you in a couple weeks at the show in Seattle. Thanks.
No.
So our friends were able to get you guys on the guest list for the show on May 5th at Climate Pledge Arena, where Daughtry's opening up for Disturbed. Not only that, but we have meet and greet passes for you to meet Chris Daughtry as well.
Holy, you guys are crazy. That's insane. You're going to make her cry.
That's all. And we've heard your mom shared such a great story about you. And then we heard that you were a fan of Daughtry. We're like, let's just see what we can make happen. And also, we weren't really going to spend money on our own pocket to get you guys a wedding gift. We don't even know you guys.
Jeez, Louis, that's crazy. Thank you guys so much.
I'm glad I didn't buy those tickets ahead of time.
The Daily Migs Show.
My son had an interaction with another kid yesterday, and I won't, of course, but I feel like I want to kick this kid's ass, Steve.
No.
I'm not a violent person. What did he tell my son? We're going to talk about this after Red Hot Chili Pepper. I was chatting with my son yesterday, Barrett, and our conversation went in a bit of a strange direction, Steve.
Oh, did it?
It did.
Let's check it out.
What holiday is coming up on Sunday? Easter. What happens on Easter?
That's impressive that you were able to understand what he was saying right there. Easter.
What happens on Easter? The Easter bunny hides eggs. Where? I don't know.
Okay, so what was he doing at this time? Because he sounds very distracted.
He's annoyed. He wanted to watch a show. I was interrupting his show.
How dare you talk to your son while he's trying to watch a show?
I am not a very awesome mom at all.
In the yard? Yeah. What else does the Easter bunny bring to you? Toys. Like what?
Yeah, at what point has this happened that Easter has basically become like Christmas Junior. Because it's like that in our household, too, where it's like the Easter basket is almost like a Christmas tree now.
The Easter Bunny goes too hard, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm going broke from some. I mean, luckily it's not as elaborate as Christmas, but there's a lot more than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more than I got when I was a kid.
Like what?
Trains.
Trains? What kind of food do we eat on Easter?
I don't know.
Like what?
How about that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Chocolate.
What's your favorite part about Easter?
When he hides toys and chocolate eggs.
Does the Easter Bunny have like a naughty list and a nice list like Santa, or is it different?
I think it's different.
So does
Can I tell you something, a secret?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we get to this point, because you kind of gave me you hit me to what the secret was.
Yes.
If you have any kids that are in the car with you, if you're at home with your kid, and let's just say your kid still loves the magic that is Easter, it might be best to just kind of dip out for like a minute.
Yep.
Okay, so I always love when Tatum's like, I have a secret to tell you. And it's never anything too juicy, but here's...
I was so excited for this secret until I heard it.
It's actually just a man in a costume of a bunny.
Can you believe that? Somebody told him that?
My heart was shattered, Steve. Absolutely shattered. What? Where did you hear that?
Someone told me at school.
That's not true. The Easter Bunny's real.
So now you're lying to your child.
Steve, I panicked. I didn't know what to do.
I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of things that I have, like, when you become a parent, you start fearing about a lot of things. One of the biggest fears are like, when are we going to, I hope Tatum goes to mom when the talk has to happen about certain holidays, because I don't want to just like out and out just like lie to my kid, but also like last night I kind of felt bad because, you know, she loves spiders and there was a spider in the house. And she wanted me to get the spider, take it outside, put it in the little spider house that she made with rocks in our backyard. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I was tired. It was upstairs. I just killed a freaking spider. And my wife's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't feel like going downstairs. I'm just going to flush it down the drain. Like, I'm just too tired. I don't want to have to go get a cup, get a piece of cardboard, get the spider out of our house. And then, of course, as soon as I do that, then Tatum's telling me what she named the spider. And I'm like, I am a horrible, horrible parent. I murdered a spider for her.
This gig is really hard, Steve.
Yeah.
The Daily Migs Show.
How do you like a shot at beating Steve? This man has a record of 114 wins, 48 losses, and 28 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Spring's here. Flowers are blooming, birds are singing, and allergies, yeah, they're back too. Sneezing, watery eyes, when they hit, you need a tissue fast. That's where Kleenex Ultra Soft Tissues come in. Whether you're at home or on the go, Kleenex Ultra Soft Tissues have you covered. Allergist-approved Kleenex Ultra Soft Tissues are gentle on your eyes and nose, so you can power through allergy season without missing a beat. Because while allergies are unpredictable, staying prepared is easy. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with Hiscox.
We turned it around. Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know. Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices and give you a 5-year price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Your home should be your healthiest space. But did you know indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outside? From cleaning to cooking, even your furniture, everyday life releases invisible toxins. That's where Puro Air comes in. Puro Air uses a powerful 3-layer filtration system. It's quiet, sleek, and proven to improve sleep and reduce allergy symptoms. Backed by a 100-day money-back guarantee, breathe better with Puro Air. Explore the full lineup now at getpuroair.com. That's getpuroair.com.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? Well, I know I sure am because we made it, Steve. It's Friday, baby.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday. Don't stop. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
Let's go.
Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
The weekend is nearly here, and it feels really good. Wouldn't you agree, Alan from Seattle?
I sure would, Taryn.
Alan, I'm so excited for you to take down Steve Migs today, hopefully with the help of the cheat sheet. Were you listening to the men's room yesterday at 5:40?
Just like Steve, I'm a man of integrity.
Let's go.
All right,
I
Steve.
knew I liked Alan for a reason.
It's time for you to get out of here. For those who are playing along at home, Alan has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's go.
What animal is Wilbur in Charlotte's Web?
A pig.
He is. How many planets in our solar system have no moons?
3.
No.
4.
No.
6.
No. Who played the role of James Bond the most in official James Bond movies?
Sean Connery?
No.
Roger Moore.
Yes. What is the largest lake found entirely in the United States?
Lake Michigan?
Correct. Who won an Oscar for her performance in Mary Poppins?
Oh, pass.
What branch of mathematics is named after the Latin word for small pebble?
Geometry?
No.
Pass.
Who was the very first Seahawks coach?
Oh, I don't know that one. Pass.
What fast food chain marketed a meat-scented cologne called Flame Grilled in 2008?
Burger King?
Yes. In what decade was the Porsche 911 created?
60s?
Yes. What color is pure caffeine?
White?
It is.
No way.
With that, you got 6 correct.
Oof, maybe. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't think Steve's going to get this one. I'm putting all my Easter eggs in Ellen's basket right now.
All right.
Steve, let's go.
Wait, Ryan's rooting for Ryan Castle has poked his head in and said that he is rooting for you, Steve Migs.
Oh, he was warming me up in the other room.
In what way?
Let's just play the game.
Steve, are you ready?
All right.
What animal is Wilbur in Charlotte's Web?
A pig.
Yes. How many planets in our solar system have no moons?
Let's go with 3.
No.
4.
No.
2.
Yes. Who played the role of James Bond the most in official James Bond movies?
Is that Roger Moore?
It is. What is the largest lake found entirely in the United States?
Lake Superior.
No.
Lake Michigan.
Yes. Who won an Oscar for her performance in Mary Poppins?
I can't even think of her name. Oh, my goodness. Leah Pizzetti.
No.
Pass.
What branch of mathematics is named after the Latin word for small pebble?
What? Arithmetic?
No.
Algebra?
No.
Geometry?
No. Who was the very first Seahawks coach?
Ken Patera. Jack Patera.
Yes.
Ken Patera's his brother was a wrestler.
What fast food chain marketed a meat-scented cologne called Flame Grilled in 2008?
Burger King.
Yes. In what decade was the Porsche 911 created?
50s.
No.
60s.
Correct. What color is pure caffeine?
I believe it's white.
It is. Steve Migs, let me
Like
get my
cocaine.
abacus. You got 8 correct, which is a victory.
Let's
8 to
go.
6. Sorry, Alan.
Got me again, Steve.
Next
man.
time.
Good game, my friend.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
Well, neither of you knew that Julie Andrews was Mary Poppins.
I could, now that you say it, now I can see the name, but I was like, I know I've heard it before, but it's that kind of information that goes in one ear and out the other.
The branch of mathematics named after the Latin word for small pebble, a class I never made it to.
Trigonometry?
It was never even an option for me. Calculus.
Calculus.
Did you take calculus?
No.
Who do you think's better at math, you or me?
You.
Well,
I'm so scared to have to teach my daughter long division. Like, thank goodness for YouTube, because I'm going to have to take some YouTube tutorials to learn how to do basic math.
And now on top of that, they're doing the new math.
Well, I don't even know what the new math
You don't
is.
even want to know, Steve.
Okay.
It's gonna ruin your day for sure. By the way, if someone can beat Migs, they can buy a shirt about it.
That's right. We've got the I Beat Migs t-shirt. It's available in the Rock Shop at KSW.com.
Even if you lose, you can buy it.
Yeah, just lie to your friends.
The Daily Migs Show.
Do you think you are a rock music know-it-all? Do you think you could name a song by just hearing the guitar riff?
We have a lot of rockaholics that are guitarists or just rock aficionados. I bet they can.
206-803-ROCK. Give us a call if you think you know your guitar riffs. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Stone Temple Pilots. Kirk Hammett of Metallica says there is a specific Black Sabbath song that he says helped shape thrash metal and the new wave of British heavy metal. And this is what it sounds like.
Bill Ward's drumming is so great on this song. He's not wrong. I never thought of it that way, but that is totally a thrash riff right there.
Symptom of the Universe from 1975.
Hell yeah.
So this got us thinking about other iconic guitar riffs throughout music history. So we want to put some of our rockaholics to the test.
Okay.
Let's get Kevin from Arlington on the horn. Kevin, are you a big fan of music? What's your favorite band?
Favorite band? All time, probably Zeppelin.
Zeppelin. Okay, so Guitar World asked their readers to say what is the greatest riff of all time. And we're going to play you the number one riff as voted by their readers. Greatest riff of all time. You have to tell us. This is going to be easy for you, but no spoiler alert. Are you ready for the song?
I'm ready.
All right, we'll play the riff, and then you let us know if you think you know it.
Okay.
I mean, I know that you know the band.
Yeah, it's Zeppelin, of course.
Uh-huh.
A whole lot of love.
I do love that they said that is the riff that redefined rock. I'm like, that's a great line right there. All right, let's give you a different one that's not Led Zeppelin. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This was voted number 2 greatest rock riff of all time.
Crazy Train, man.
Freaking Randy Rhoads right there, baby. They said that this is the sound of reinvention.
Kevin's
Nice job. Nice
What's
job,
so
man.
hard about this game?
And he's like, this is easy.
Well, Michael from Seattle, you got some big shoes to fill right there. Are you ready to play the game?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we will play you what was voted as the number 3 rock riff of all time, according to Guitar World's readers. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
AC/DC.
Do you know the name of the song?
I wish you had caught me when I was a little more awake. Oh, man.
I could give you a hint.
Back in Black.
Back in Black. Here we go.
Mandatory.
Rock's
Man,
ultimate.
I can't believe I missed that one.
That's all right. You sound like you said you're a little low on sleep.
Yeah.
All right, let's give you another one. Let's see if you could do this one. And they
All
said
right.
that song or that riff is Rock's ultimate comeback anthem, which I agree. I mean, coming now back with Brian Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water.
All right. Nice job, my man. And someone even said that that's the riff that everybody learns first for a reason. Because it's simple as F.
Iconic, yet simple.
Hell yeah.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics Easter is this weekend, which means it's peep season, and someone has asked a very innocent question online, and the replies have been absolutely epic. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 14. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
Somebody went online
Okay.
and asked people a question about Easter. It said, "Hi, Americans. I'm from England. So why do Americans all seem to hate
Hold on a second. Well, let's lower the music, if you don't mind right now. If you're going to say from England, I think you have to do an English impression.
me?
Yeah, you're the one reading it.
Hello, Americans. I'm from England. So why do I'm going like, that's like almost sounds Australian.
I was about to say you sound like you're about to put shrimp on the Barbie, but, go on.
I can't do it, Steve.
All right, fine, just read it normal. We got the music.
So why do Americans all seem to hate Peeps? Do you actually hate them, or is it more like a Nickelback sort of hate where they are just kind of mediocre and popular, so it becomes a bit of a meme to hate on them? As far as I can see, they're just big marshmallows covered in sugar, which sounds great. So what's actually wrong with Peeps, if anything?
I love the perspective of people from other countries when they ask questions about what's going on, and I love a frame of reference was Nickelback.
That's perfect.
That is fantastic.
Many people, of course, have chimed in with their opinions on Peeps, so let's go straight to the comments.
We've had a bunch of the comments, and we decided who better to read it? Not somebody with an English accent, but somebody who is going to be a part of the showcase of the Immortals this weekend, because I don't know if you know this, but this weekend, not only is it Easter, It's WrestleMania weekend.
Let's go, brother.
That's right. Saturday night, Sunday night. This man is part of the main event of Sunday nights. You know him from his hustle, loyalty, and respect. He's now turned his back on the fan base as he's taken on your man, Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
We've got Robot John Cena.
Perfect.
Okay. You're ready for the first comment about Peeps from John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we are.
I love Peeps. It's just marshmallow and sugar. Can't see how anyone would hate them.
All right, well, clearly this person has not been on the comment section because a lot of people do not like Peeps.
No.
Are you ready for the next comment?
Of course.
Texture is disgusting. Just get the f*** out to here and give me a Cadbury egg.
I mean, I'll take a Cadbury egg over a Peep any day.
Oh, yeah, earlier we learned this about you and Cadbury eggs.
I'm so gross. I like the Cadbury cream egg. I like to tongue that out. I do.
Yeah, we learned that. All right, next comment about Peeps.
I can stand a grand total of 2 before I start to get sick. They're nothing but pure sugar.
See, I fall more in that category. I don't hate Peeps.
Yeah.
I'm the idiot that every time I see them on the shelves, I'm like, ooh, Peeps. Peeps are awesome. And then I get them, and I'll have one bite of a Peep, and I'm like, I had enough.
I just had a revelation.
What is it?
What if they do single Peeps?
They don't. I wonder if they do. They probably do like a 2-pack.
I would buy a 1-pack or a 2-pack, but like a 6-pack or whatever, no, it's too much.
Right, because Tatum was so curious about trying them. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, we'll get one. And they're not fully plant-based, of course. But, yeah, we'll bend the rules a little bit. And so we each took a bite. And even Tatum kind of had this look like, I'd rather waste my candy indulgence on something else.
Yeah, I agree.
But she loves like the look of a Peep. Mm-hmm. We have stuffed Peeps from the Build-A-Bear workshop.
They do look aesthetically pleasing.
Well, only f***ing weirdos with no taste like those things. How do you take marshmallows and sugar and make it taste like shit? Seems impossible, but Peeps figured it out.
Do they have different flavors, though?
Yes.
It's like, okay, so it's not just one flavor of marshmallow.
I have to look at. I know they do, but I wonder if they have like a sour Peep. That might be good.
I could be down with that.
They are literally my favorite candy, and I've never heard anyone hate on them.
Okay, also, you have not been paying attention to the comments as well. We have one more comment about Peeps. Are you ready?
Yes.
I like Peeps just like I like Nickelback. In the garbage.
Oh.
Look at this photograph.
Now, you've been telling me that there's something going on, or it used to go on around here that I did not even know existed, and that is like Peep inspired.
Yes, I think it was through the Seattle Times, and they would do this Peep diorama contest where you would submit a photo of like a scene that you built out of Peeps. So the one that I saw that won the grand prize in 2016 was...
This is hilarious. You were showing me the pictures of these, and they are so creative.
It's literally a model of Bertha, the tunnel drilling machine.
From back in the day, yeah.
And they even have little Peeps all along the bottom with hard hats on that are also made out of Peep material as little construction workers.
When you were showing me these, the one that stood out and I thought was so awesome and should have won this whole thing is the Peeps Place Market. And they have basically Peeps hanging out at Pike Place Market, and they have like Swedish fish for the fish in the fish market part. I think it's so creative.
I hope they bring it back because it brought me so much joy, and I'm glad I got to share that joy with you this morning, Steve Migs.
Somebody says my daughter loves the Dr. Pepper Peeps.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's a hard pass.
I will not knock it till I try it, though.
Yeah, well, we know this about you after all.
I like to tongue that out.
The Daly Migs Show.
A lot of people will be enjoying candy for Easter, but be careful with what you eat so you don't end up like this woman.
A jawbreaker actually broke her jaw.
We're going to tell you what's trending after Foo Fighters. We know that so many rockaholics are getting their day going and trying to keep up with the world of pop culture while you're sipping your coffee. That can be a lot of information. So we're here to help out by telling you what's trending.
Trending on the Daly Migs Show. What's trending next, go? Let's go!
Absolutely horrible news coming out of Florida from yesterday. There was a shooting near Florida State University's Student Union, and it ended up resulting in 2 deaths, 6 injuries. The suspect was identified as a 20-year-old named Phoenix Eichner. He was shot by responders and hospitalized. It sounds like he was a student there, possibly, and he was actually part of the Leon County Sheriff's Youth Advisory Council.
He's the son of, I think, the sheriff's deputy.
Son of a deputy.
Unreal.
And the weapon that he used apparently belonged to his mother. There were folks that he went to school with that said he seemed like a normal campus dude.
Yeah.
So nobody really knows what the motivation was, but the campus was secured and they have not yet identified or not released all the identities of the victims yet. But
I don't know what you like when you become a parent. Like before I was a parent, I would always still be heartbroken about these. But then as you become a parent, you start, you think about these stories and you're just like, man, like granted, Tatum's only 5, but we're now having that conversation of just like my wife's just so, bummed that she's going to have to send her off to kindergarten and not be around her all the time. But then you're like, man, this is so crazy that we just send them off. And you just hope that they're going to be in a situation that's safe. And then you hear these kind of stories and you don't want to live life in fear. But these are those moments where you're just like, this sucks, the world that we live in.
Well, and I don't know where you grew up on the East Coast. We obviously did a lot of earthquake drills and things of that nature and fire drills, but now they do these active shooter drills, and it's that's a world that we never lived in.
It's very sobering. Mm-hmm. Yeah. On a lighter side, there's a story that's going viral about a person that broke their jaw in 2 spots because, well, they were biting into a jawbreaker candy. This person's name is Javaria, not Javaria, although that would have been kind of funny if it was. And here's a Inside Edition that did a big news story about what happened.
A jawbreaker actually broke her jaw.
I had 2 fractures, so one was down the side of my face right here, and one was right down the middle of my face right here.
No joke.
Okay, I love the reporter. No joke.
Javaria Wazim ended up in the emergency room. X-rays show the breaks. This is like the size of the jawbreaker you bit into, right? That's huge. Now, how are you supposed to eat the jawbreaker?
You're supposed to lick into the middle.
And what did you do?
I bit into it.
I mean, we all know that in order to eat a jawbreaker, you should be doing this.
I like to tongue that out. This is going to haunt me forever, Steve.
Yes.
Do you remember ever going to the candy store back in the day and seeing the giant jawbreakers?
Yes.
And did you remember the little, you could buy like a holder for it?
Yes.
Because you're not going to eat it in one sitting, so you could take your giant jawbreaker around with you.
What was it also? Gobstoppers. They were like
they
were like jawbreakers, right?
Yeah.
Remember? And do you remember the one that was a watermelon flavored jawbreaker?
So great.
Oh, I love that freaking one. I love jawbreakers, but yeah, and it was always like that moment of, okay, am I about to have to have some dental work done, or did I suck on it long enough so I can break it down?
Be careful with your jawbreakers out there, friends.
For real.
A bunch of people were riding in one of those Hollywood tour buses recently, and they saw John Stamos coming out of a business. Well, it turns out it was not John Stamos at all. It was another very handsome person, Rob Lowe.
This is John Stamos.
I love how the whole crowd are just laughing because they're like, is the tour guy just trolling us and goofing on Rob Lowe saying he's John Stamos?
What he looks like, though.
Okay, guys, am I John Stamos? No! Who am I? Dude, you gotta get better here.
Okay, this is like already become the greatest Hollywood tour ever. You have Rob Lowe just having fun with you?
That's awesome. That's worth the price of admission.
100%.
You gotta get better at your job.
It's usually about having fun, you know. I don't expect to run into people so often.
I see. Okay. All right. Don't listen.
Hey, but thank you for your cool energy, man.
Oh my gosh, that guy is so stoned.
So stoned.
We've met that guy at festivals.
Who would you rather hang out with for an afternoon? John Stamos or Rob Lowe?
Well, based on this, Rob Lowe. He sounds like he has a great sense of humor. And I love that guy.
Thank you for your cool energy, man.
Thank you for your cool energy, man. Would you like a bong toke? That is hilarious. That's so great. All right, WrestleMania is this weekend. I know I mentioned it a second ago, but man, it is the showcase of immortals for us wrestling fans. It's the Super Bowl weekend. WrestleMania 41 happening in Las Vegas. All of my friends seem to be down in Las Vegas. Because there's like a bunch of independent wrestling shows that are happening. Some of my friends are putting on shows, and I'm just like, I wish I was there for all this.
So what are your plans to like kind of watch from afar? Like how can you live stream different things? I know stuff will be like obviously airing, but are there some of the smaller things that you can witness in some way?
There's it used to be the Fight TV app. It's now called, I think, Thriller or Triller or whatever it is, but I have that app, so like I can watch like some of the smaller ones, but the big ones can be on Peacock. That's what WWE broadcasts WrestleMania on. So they'll have night one is Saturday night. You have Punk taking on Seth Rollins, taking on Roman Reigns. That's the big main event. I'm excited about that one. But then on Sunday, It's John Cena versus your guy, Cody Rhodes, for the WWE Championship.
So is he our guy? I mean, is that who you want to win, or are you a John Cena guy?
No, I want Cody to win. He's our guy, of course.
He's our guy forever.
Right.
The Daly Migs Show.
Rockaholics, if you'd like to beat Steve, call up now. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with his Cox.
We turned it around.
Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Spring's here. Flowers are blooming, birds are singing, and allergies? Yeah, they're back too. Sneezing, watery eyes. When they hit, you need a tissue fast. That's where Kleenex Ultra Soft Tissues come in. Whether you're at home or on the go, Kleenex Ultra Soft Tissues have you covered. Allergist-approved Kleenex Ultra Soft Tissues are gentle on your eyes and nose, so you can power through allergy season without missing a beat. Because while allergies are unpredictable, staying prepared is easy. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices and give you a 5-year price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available if at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Even indoors, wildfire smoke can seep in, bringing harmful, invisible particles with it. But Puro air purifiers are built for moments like this. With a 3-layer filtration system, including HEPA and activated carbon, Puro Air helps remove smoke, odor, and toxins from your air. It adjusts automatically as smoke levels rise and stays whisper quiet while it works. Breathe safer, cleaner air, even in the heart of fire season. Protect your home and your loved ones. Visit GetPuroAir.com to learn more. That's GetPuroAir.com.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am because we made it and it's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the
Big Friday. Some would call it WrestleMania Eve. Others would call it Fish Eve.
Oh, God.
That's right. Our girl Taryn Daly is going to see a band that she despises with her husband who loves them tomorrow at Climate Pledge Arena. You're going to go see the band known as Fish.
I'd rather be at WrestleMania.
I can hit you in the back with a steel chair if you want.
Let's get to our contestants. Andy and Ella in Las Vegas. Are you there?
We are here. Good morning, guys.
You're in Vegas?
We are in Las Vegas. It's 60 and sunny, and there is WrestleMania stuff everywhere.
I still have time to catch a flight, Steve.
So, Andy,
You do. You just get fish for it.
You're going to see WrestleMania.
Yeah, we're just going to night 2. We're going to watch somewhere tomorrow, but we're going in for night 2 to see John Cena's farewell WrestleMania match.
And Ella's your daughter?
Yep.
Hey, Ella, who are you rooting for, Cody Rhodes or John Cena?
It's going to be hard, but probably Cody because he's my
favorite. American Nightmare.
All right, Steve, it's time for you to get out of here. For those who are playing along at home, Andy and Ella will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
In technology, what does PC stand for?
Personal computer.
Correct. In what decade was Hello Kitty created?
60s.
Say it again?
60s.
No.
70s.
Yes. What type of creature is a sidewinder?
Pass.
Name one of the states that the Mason-Dixon line touched.
Mississippi.
No.
So, repeat the question.
Name one of the states that the Mason-Dixon line touched.
Louisiana.
No.
Missouri.
No. What was the name of Homer Simpson's favorite beer?
Duff.
Correct. Plants that grow, reproduce, and die in one season are called what?
Annuals.
Yes. On a standard Monopoly board, what color is Pennsylvania Avenue?
Green.
Yes. Chile shares most of its border with what country?
Brazil.
No.
Argentina.
Correct. What does a forensic pathologist perform?
Pass.
What flavor of fruit is typically used in Black Forest cake?
Licorice.
No. But you know what? You guys got
no help at all.
6 correct. Not bad. Not bad. How we feeling? We feeling good?
Not helping.
No, I'm not. Sorry.
And here comes Mr. Steve Migs. But the real question remains, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
In technology, what does PC stand for?
Personal computer.
It does. In what decade was Hello Kitty created?
The 40s?
No.
The 30s?
No.
The 50s?
No. What type of creature is a sidewinder?
A sidewinder is a bat.
No.
A bird.
No.
A donkey.
No. Name one of the states that the Mason-Dixon line touched.
Alabama.
No.
Arkansas.
No.
Texas.
No. What was the name of Homer Simpson's favorite beer?
Duff.
Correct. Plants that grow, reproduce, and die in one season are called what?
Busy.
No.
I don't know. Pass.
On a standard Monopoly board, what color is Pennsylvania Avenue?
Green.
It is. Chile shares most of its border with what country?
Argentina?
It does. What does a forensic pathologist perform?
Autopsies.
Yes. What flavor of fruit is typically used in a Black Forest cake?
Blackberries.
No.
Apples.
No.
Raspberries.
No. Steve Migs.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
With time to spare, though. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct, which is a loss. 6-5.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Andy and Ella all the way from Las Vegas.
Woohoo! We got you, Steve. That's my first victory of the year. So.
Oh, well, that's just fantastic, Andy. You don't need to rub it in. But you know what? We'll play this for your daughter, Ella, since she's rooting for him. Little Cody Rhodes theme song, baby.
Neither of you guys, or none of you, I should say, knew that a Sidewinder is a snake.
A snake?
Yes.
That makes sense.
And the states that the Mason-Dixon line touched were Pennsylvania, Delaware, West Virginia, and Maryland.
I was nowhere close.
A Black Forest cake is made with cherries.
Cherries.
You don't like that?
No, I have no problem with it. All right, I'm just getting excited for WrestleMania.
How dope would it be if Cody Rhodes walked out in an I Beat Migs t-shirt?
The chances are 0, but that would be awesome.
Daily Migs Show.
Pickleball is so big these days, and many people are playing it all over the place. But did you think that you could play for 36 hours straight?
Hell no.
Not a chance. We're going to tell you why people did that, and it was for an awesome reason after Stained. Steve Migs is a group of pickleball players called pickleballers.
I would imagine so.
Well, a group of pickleballers in Texas broke a world record by playing pickleball for 36 hours straight. It raised over $18,000 for this charity called Taylor's Gift, and that charity supports families of organ donors, which is super cool.
That's great, yeah.
The event producer is a guy named Colby Logan, and this is them talking about breaking the record at the event.
This foursome here is trying to bring the world record back to the U.S. at 36 hours. It always sounds crazy. I mean, it's unrealistic to do what they're talking about, but that's why it's a world record. So when you do something like that, it brings people together.
It's a great cause. We have Taylor's Gift, organ donation, and families that donate organs of loved ones that have passed, and they provide support to those families.
And that was another guy, Mark, that was a part of it all. When I heard the story, I thought of one of my buddies who did something like this. He's a pro wrestler based in Canada, and his name is Michael Richard Blaze. And he's an awesome dude, and he decided to wrestle for 8 straight hours. So to perform in the ring, wrestle different people, but perform for 8 straight hours. And he was doing it to raise money for a hospital in Canada, for a children's hospital.
That is so cool.
And we got him on the phone. Michael, could you tell us a little bit? First of all, thanks for joining us, but could you tell us also a little bit about what that was like for you?
Man, it was like pretty crazy, to be honest with you. It was really, really hard, but honestly, it was kind of like, it was more of a mental thing than a physical thing, I think, because you could kind of physically push through it once you actually sat there and thought, like when I sat there and I would think, like, okay, I'm doing this for, like, a really good cause. I'm doing this, like, because I want to prove I can do it, but above all else, like, I'm raising a lot of money for this children's hospital, and it raised way more than I ever expected it to. It kind of made it a little easier, honestly, because there's so much support, and, like, by the end of it, we raised, I think, $11,000 for the children's hospital here. And I, like, literally just found out, like, 3 weeks before that my fiance was pregnant with my first daughter.
Oh, man. I love that.
Yeah. So I had, like, this weird extra motivation going into it that nobody but me and her knew about, where I was just like, okay, not only am I doing this for, like, the children's hospital, but, like, I have a baby coming, and so now this like means even more to me, because who knows, maybe I'd have to take her there someday or something. And it made it a lot easier to push through. But I'm not gonna lie, that was 2 years ago that I did that, and like I don't think my body's fully recovered from it even now.
That was gonna be my question. Like, physically, what were some of the things that happened to you during those 8 hours? Because I can't even imagine what my knees would feel like after that.
My knees were really messed up after that. Honestly, my knees and like my back were pretty sore. Probably saw like 3-4 weeks after, like very sore, like to take a step sore. Honestly, it impacted like a lot of my like workouts and stuff for a while too, because I'm just now getting back to like the stuff that I was doing before then, just because like my joints were sore and everything, and like my body was readjusting. It was worth it, honestly. I'll never say it wasn't worth it, no matter what it like may or may not have like done to me. Just because like knowing that we raised that much money and we have like a little plaque on the wall at the children's hospital here now.
That's awesome.
To commemorate it, which is really cool.
Well, Michael, thank you so much for taking some time to talk about your 8-hour wrestling match for a children's hospital. People can give you a follow on Instagram at God's Gift MRB. Thanks again.
Oh, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. It's like really cool that people still recognize that all this time after. And thank you guys.
Hats off to you, my friend. Definitely. I hope I get to run into you sometime soon.
Yeah, I hope I see you soon too. We still gotta get a match together.
I know.
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen. Not 8 hours, though.
Maybe we go for like 4
minutes. Yes, 4 minutes.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate you, man.
Take care, Michael.
Thank you, guys.
Is there anything that you think you could do for a good cause? Or not a good cause? I don't know. It's up to you. Anything you could do for like that long of time?
36 hours?
Because I one time toyed with the idea of like, it'd be kind of cool to do like, play goalie for 24 hours for like a charity thing. And then I'm like, I don't know if I physically could do 24 hours, 8 hours or whatever in my goalie year.
I mean, I could maybe play cribbage for 36 hours.
I feel like you've done that at a festival.
Oh, maybe.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that you're a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it to us. And if you do, we'll hook you up with tickets to see Stone Temple Pilots August 29th at the Evergreen State Fair in Monroe. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience. Or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 14th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
It's time for Hook or Shook, the game with absolutely no integrity. We'll play 1 second of a hook from a song, then you have to guess what it is. We'll bend the rules, pull out all the stops, and do anything to help you win. But you might just get shook, as one of us will play too and possibly cost you the game.
This week, we have been playing for tickets to see Stone Temple Pilots on August 29th at the Evergreen State Fair in Monroe. And our contestant this morning is a very enthusiastic Amanda from Black Diamond. Good morning, Amanda.
Woo! Morning!
Yeah, let's party, Amanda.
That's that Friday energy right there. All right, Amanda, you're stuck with me today because with Danny being on vacation, only one of us can play. And Steve is the keeper of the songs this morning.
And before we play the songs, Amanda, are you a big fan of Stone Temple Pilots?
I am.
Okay, because I feel like this will definitely help you in this situation. So are you ready?
I'm decent, okay?
Okay, well, you know what? Worst case scenario, we've got Taryn Daly, who's, average at best at her hints. So I think you're going to be fine. But we'll
trust her.
Look,
thank you.
We have no integrity. We're going to do everything in our power to help you win this game. Are you ready?
I got it. Let's go.
Here we go.
Oh, man. That's one I don't know.
Do you know who do you know who the artist is?
So can you play it one more time?
Yeah.
Do it again.
Don't worry. I mean, you can. Taryn looks very excited.
I think I might be able to help you.
Okay, help me.
So it's the band you're playing for tickets to see.
Yeah.
And I believe the song is like if you were eating a candy that was a little bit tart, it would be
sour.
And then, yes.
Look at you. underrated song.
It's probably one of my more favorite Stone Temple Pilots songs.
Also, the number 4 record, which was the record when Scott got clean, they got back together. It's got like Down, it's got Sour Girl. One of my favorite Stone.
In 2000, I think, or like right at 2000, it came out.
Yes, and then I think they did like a big concert on MTV, and I was just like, man, it's sad now looking back on it, but at the time you're like, I'm so glad Scott's healthy. They sound great. They put out a phenomenal record. I mean, still to this day, number 4 is one of my favorite Stone Temple Pilots records for sure. All right, we got to win.
We love you, Migs.
I love you too.
My son is here. He's 6, and he loves playing the game every morning, so I had to say that.
What's his name?
Bodie, say hi. Hi. His name's Bodie.
Does Bodie want to say anything to all the listeners before we try and win you these tickets?
Well, who's your favorite band, Bodie? Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good choice, Bodie.
All right, Taryn, pressure's on. You don't want to disappoint Amanda. You definitely don't want to disappoint Bodie. Are you going to take Bodie to Stone Temple Pilots if you win them?
No, but we are going to Linkin Park. I got him Linkin Park tickets for Christmas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Taryn, you ready?
Let's go.
That's going to be a mom show.
Yes.
Okay, so some mom beverages, right?
Exactly.
All right, here we go.
Oh. Okay.
You got it,
It's
Taryn.
Everclear, and it's Santa Monica.
Go, Taryn.
Go, Amanda. Go, Amanda, all the way to the Evergreen State Fair.
Congratulations. You and one of your friends are going to have a great time over at the Stone Temple Pilot Show. Dude, I was on YouTube to find that song, and one of the comments just cracked me up because it's just so funny. This person wrote, everything was better in the 90s, including depression.
Oh, brutal.
The Daly Migs Show.
Have we talked about something this morning that you would like to talk about? Call in now. 206-803-ROCK. We will be checking in with the Rockaholics right after Tool. All morning, we have received calls and texts from you, but we haven't had a chance to get to just everyone yet, Steve. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics, brought to you by Window Nation. So call up if there's something you would like to chime in on from today's show, or if you have anything on your mind that you would like to discuss with us.
A lot of texts this morning.
Oh, yeah, 206-803-ROCK.
We got a text about Kevin Smith. Kevin, who was on our show earlier, who's going to be here next week at the Alderwood 16 because of the 25th anniversary of the movie Dogma.
Yes, sir.
Where's that? What day is it? The 23rd?
I think it's Wednesday.
Yes, and dogmamovie.com if you want to get tickets. Tickets are going quick. So
Yeah.
if you want a chance to meet Kevin Smith, he's going to be there doing a Q&A. Now's your time to get it. In fact, one person texted and said, I got to meet him. I got to meet Jason Mewes, who's Jay from the Jay and Silent Bob character.
Yes.
And he said, I met him last year. It'd be nice to meet Kevin Smith as well one day. Well, next week's your chance. Another person said, Kevin, I can't wait to see Alan Rickman on the big screen again. You rock. Me and my dad are big fans of your work. Thanks for all the movies that you do, which is pretty cool that someone texted us.
Oh, yeah.
We'll relay the message to Kevin Smith.
Yeah, since we're such tight friends now.
Right. Although somebody did bring up a good point. It was probably there was a couple of favorite moments from that interview. He was awesome. But someone said, I was an altar boy too. That was too funny. Loved the Kevin Smith interview. So that was a pretty fun moment. And we have it Kevin was talking about Dogma and how it's not a shot at people who are religious. He even when he wrote it, he was a rather religious person. Mm-hmm. And here he is talking about that.
Yeah, that was not the aim. Like, that movie is made by somebody who believes in all the tenets of the faith. When I wrote it, I was Catholic. So it was never designed to be a movie that made fun of people with faith. It was a flick that could only be written by a kid who was an altar boy for 12 years, who would giggle every time the priest would say, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord."
LOL.
Did you get the ring? Did you get to ring the bells when you were the altar boy? That was status.
Oh, you are deep cut. You know the bells. That was one of my favorite parts, right? Because when I was a kid sitting in the audience, I didn't know who was doing the bells, and I was like, "That's the magic of Jesus."
Yeah.
And then when you become part of the show, they tell you, like, you ring the bells when you listen to the thing. You're like, "Oh, I see behind this curtain."
That is so funny. The pressure you would have when I was an altar boy, which is funny how he reacted when I mentioned that part, because that every altar boy that's ever been in a Catholic church knows that was like the ultimate nod of like, we trust you. You can ring the bell because there was a certain point in the sermon where the priest would say something and you'd have to go jingle, 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 jingle.
So wait, are you okay? Since I'm not familiar with the Catholic Church as you are you like in front of everyone, or is this like a hidden place?
You're up on stage, for lack of better terms, but you're up there with the priest, but you're kind of sitting in the background or kneeling, depending on what's going on. And so no eyes are on you. All eyes are on the priest. And he's saying his stuff, and then he says something, and then out of nowhere just comes this jingling of bells. It's almost like it's like 5 or 6 little mini bells that are attached to like this thing, and you just kind of like just turn your arm a little bit.
So only one person gets to ring the bells per time.
And I'm not sure if it was this way with Kevin, but it was always like the person who was like the most respected of all the altar boys, like whoever was the most trusted, because you didn't want to F that up. And I remember one time I had a few times where I got to do it. But the level, I would be sweating. Like, I do not want to screw this up. Because if I screw it up, in my head, I'm thinking the priest is going to yell at me. He's going to send me to hell.
That was really your thought process?
Yeah.
You're going down, boy.
Yeah, I mean, they instilled a lot of fear. And that's part of why I don't go to a Catholic church anymore. And part of why I was just, after Catholic high school, I was just done. It was just a gnarly vibe.
Can you be an altar girl?
I mean, I bet now, at the time, probably not. And then also on top of that, then it was a money-making opportunity. Because if you were an altar boy and if you were got in cahoots with the right people, they would hire you to work weddings.
Like a paid gig?
Yes. I would get $20.
What would you have to do with the weddings?
Ring a bell.
No.
The Daily Migs Show.
Pineapple on pizza, fries dipped in milkshake, ketchup on eggs. What about hot dogs and Peeps, Steve Migs? We're going to talk about a heated debate at 9:50. I don't know about you, Migs. I'm always up for weird flavor combinations. So this guy just posted this video trying a new flavor combo. It's a hot dog bun that is made entirely of yellow Peeps.
Okay.
And they're selling it in Massachusetts. The place is called Lexi's Road Dogs. This is him trying it.
My friends down here at Lexi's Road Dogs. We started off as a joke. We're talking about a hot dog and a Peep bun.
I wonder if it started like as an April Fool's prank, and then people are like, I'd try it. And then they're like, well, F it, get some Peeps. Let's make it happen.
It's a hot dog, but instead of a regular bun, it's Peeps. And we're gonna try it for the first time here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is really, really good. I'm not even playing. Hot dog and Peeps. I'm going to give that a 9.1 out of 10. That's how good it was.
Would you try it? Even if it was a plant-based dog?
I would give it a whirl, absolutely. But I'm about to call BS on this story and this person because I'm reading a little bit about it. And apparently the place that he tried it at is owned by his freaking wife. So, of course, he's going to say good things.
This is a total scam.
Absolutely.
The Daily Migs Show.
There are many horrible things that can happen while you're on an airplane, right? Well, one woman just experienced something so gnarly that it would probably mean I'd never get on an airplane again.
Toenail clipping.
You're going to hear from her during the Daily Migs download after Guns N' Roses.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Happy Friday, Ryan Castle. You
And
ready
to you.
for Easter?
Yeah.
Do you have
Easter.
chocolate?
Can't wait. It's Easter and 420 on the same day. The chocolate bunnies never stood a chance.
They went from Peter Cottontail to Peter Cottonmouth. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Toke it up. Hey, the DMG is brought to you by Palace Law. Big win for our Seattle Mariners. I thought they were going to blow it, but then they ended up going into the extra innings and ended up beating the Cincinnati Reds 11-7. They're in Toronto for the weekend. And shout out to Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh. He's been on a tear, hitting 6 home runs in under a week. He's also moved to second place in Major League Baseball with 8 home runs total. And the reason a lot of people believe
is that big paycheck?
That and the big bats. He got one of those torpedo bats.
Oh, there you go.
A little bit of both.
There's a young woman who was on a flight from D.C. to New York City, and she had another passenger deliver some bad news as the plane was getting ready to land. This is what she posted. Her name is Noelia.
A girl next to me and myself just got projectile vomited on.
Oh, God. Okay, I think I'm good after that. That is awful.
Vomited on a Delta flight, on a long flight at all, but it was a little bit bumpy because of some rainy weather. We were literally minutes away from landing. It smelled like someone had burped, and it smelled like beer. And
Ryan, were you flying recently?
I have never thrown up on a plane.
I have.
Have you really?
But I went to the bathroom.
Do they still put the barf bags in the seat?
They did. I brought it to the bathroom. I don't know why I brought it to the bathroom because yeah, it was one of those radio conventions. We hadn't even taken off yet, and I'm like, I better go to the bathroom.
I've certainly done the leg shake, sweat on a plane before, but I've never actually vomited.
The best is the upper lip sweat. That's when you know you're in big trouble.
Do you need help? I can get you help if you need help. Somebody said that to me one time.
And I had my headphones in. I was listening to music really loudly. So, I did not hear this man vomit. The girl sitting next to me taps on my arm, and I look at her. She points at me, and I realize I have this man's vomit all over my left side. It was on my jacket. It was on my shirt. It was everywhere.
Now, how do you make that good?
I don't think.
You want to know what Delta did?
Yes.
They offered them a bunch of napkins and some bonus Sky Miles. Problem resolved.
That's hilarious.
What did he have for lunch?
I'm sure she knows. She knows at least he was drinking, it sounds like.
Oh, that was Sloppy Joe. Great.
Well, it's a weird transition to go from that to then, hey, a couple cool food establishments are going to be opening up here in the Pacific Northwest. Raising Cane's, they're going to be opening up over in Linwood. They're going to be making that happen very soon. They just permits were filed for a spot. Also going to be opening up one in the University District sometime this year. And then they're even going to try and make it out. They're definitely going to make it out, but at some point to Covington and Silverdale as well.
I always thought Raising Cane's sounded like some reality TV show about a family with 10 children or something.
Yeah, well,
in Arkansas.
That enjoys eating chicken.
Yes.
Apparently. And then have you ever heard of this place called Egg Slut?
Been to the spot in Vegas. It's fantastic.
What's so great about it?
It's just awesome
Besides
breakfast
the name.
foods. The food is fire, I swear.
Well, both of the things they have there are fantastic. The eggs and the sluts.
Well, they'll be opening up in Capitol Hill, so you'll be able to get your egg slut fix in Capitol Hill, which I feel like probably has already been happening at some point.
Right next door to Biscuit Bitch.
Dude,
come on.
And Bimbos.
You guys know all the hot spots. Look at you.
Hey, as far as weather, in a high of 69 degrees.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you. That is the DMD brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with your morning 12-pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with his cops.
We turned it around. Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection.
Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know.
Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.